to grow. Not talking about a bank, or stock market rank. Here's what we're saying, the foundation we're laying. There's all types of money, digital currency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field, power for the people to wield. It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are pacing $1.20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right, guys. All right. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Welcome to our overview. It is a great pleasure and a privilege to be on with you. This is Jarek Battle out of Texas, Dallas, Texas, guys. We appreciate you taking time out of your evening, your Wednesday evening, to plug in with us to hear about this incredible information. I want to say good evening to all of our partners all over the country, all over the world. We appreciate you guys plugging in with us. And of course, our guests, guys, always great to see new people looking at the MLS Bitcoin Club, because folks, it is something to be reckoned with, especially right now during this interesting time. I'll just put it lightly, that we're going through. Many families are, in doubt of what their finances are going to look like. But, at the same time, I know folks are just, hey, we're making a way. We're going to find a way. And so many different opportunities out here today. It's really amazing to see the success that people are having. And that's a wonderful thing. But guys, we are having some incredible success. And guess what? It's about to get even better. I tell you, it's about to get crazy explosive around this camp. And so I was just privileged to hear about this about 4 months ago. And I just always send a shout out to the pioneers of this program, people who have been in for a year or two or more, always high-fiving them because of their relentless and success and tenacity to stick and stay. But guys, this thing will echo across kitchen tables all over the world because it's just powerful. And the timing is so right for what MLS is doing. I mean, the information that you're going to gain, the positioning that you can pick up, it's just truly amazing. So my job here this evening is simple, guys, is to share this information on behalf of our partners. And what we believe here at the MLS Bitcoin Club is together we can prosper, okay? It's not about any one person, guys. It's about the unit. It's about the team, okay? And so this thing is amazing for sure, but we like to keep it real, okay? First of all, I am not a financial advisor, okay? I'm not trying to be one at all. Okay, I've been there, done that. That's not what I'm here for. This data is for information and example purposes only. Okay, in other words, there are no guarantees here. This presentation is not intended to substitute attaining accounting, tax, or financial advice from a professional tax or financial planner. Use your money at your discretion and, of course, at your risk. There are no refunds in our club because nothing stays actually in the club. It's all dispersed out in rewards to members instantly. And trust me, when you become a member, if you decide to join us, you will appreciate that fact. Okay, so our agenda for this evening is simple. We're going to talk about the MLS Bitcoin Club. It is powerful, folks. It was designed to generate free Bitcoin, free cryptocurrency. Okay, and then the second half, we're going to talk about rotating hands, a cash flow machine that's absolutely about to be on steroids. You understand that? Steroids, guys. So listen, this young lady, I give my hat off to her because she stayed on me. I would probably be doing something else, God knows. But because of her, persistence, but, her success as well. Her first 30 days, this young lady knocked down 60 grand in this program. And that got a lot of people's attention. Okay. And then, smart me, I didn't join. I was telling her to get out because I thought it was something wrong with the program. And then, the second month, just as much, if not more. And I said, okay, hold up. 6 figures in a couple of months. No. Okay, I'm in. Okay, what do I need to do? Because someone you work with make that kind of money, you got to go tippy-toeing to see what's going on, what's really going on. And folks, I was pleasantly surprised once I understood what she had her hands on. And now, again, almost 4 months later, we shared this thing with a few folks and they shared with a few, and it's starting to compound. And I'm sure many of our business associates in the club are doing the same thing, and many have been doing it for years. And you say, well, why this? Why now? Well, think about all the stuff that comes out of your accounts on a regular basis. And some maybe more than others, some less. But the point is, what if you could replace that was coming out and start to multiply it? Okay, that's what we're talking about here. And that's what we're showing folks how to do. But more importantly, how to be about more than just paying bills on time. That's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. But there's so much more to the financial side of things than just paying bills your whole life on time. Okay. And we know a lot of folks not even doing that. So when you understand cash flow, it flows to the people who are looking for it. And if you aren't looking, you're not going to find it. MLS, the Bitcoin Club, is for people who are looking for cash flow, because what you're going to see here, folks, is cash flowing daily. Y'all hear that? Cash flowing daily. That's what this program is about. That's what's happening. But, it's like anything. We could take Walmart for a good example. Remember when Walmart had the little Walmarts? Now they call them the neighborhood stores, right? That's just Walmart. That's the old Walmart, really. That's all it is. But now they have these huge. And along the way of developing this system, they became the #1 retailer on the planet until somebody named Jeff Bezos created a system online that just absolutely took that thing over. But the whole point is, folks, you got to understand that when you position yourself for cash flow, great things for happen. That's what Walmart did. That's what Amazon did. They positioned themselves for cash flow on a major scale. And that's what we're doing as well here. The founder and visionary behind this program, Mr. Derek Perkinson, we call him Wall Street, because this gentleman has put together Wall Street type information for the middle class. No doubt about it. But it's the same information that the rich, super rich use as well. Okay. And so this gentleman has a great background, ex-military, 20 years in the service. So he's a veteran, master trader, computer engineer background, but he developed this program for a few reasons. One, to teach people the financial information that's so desperately needed because it's not taught in school. Most of our parents, grandparents didn't have it. And so now to be able to get this information, folks, right through this type of club while you're generating cash flow is truly amazing. The other thing is to, generate free Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is an interesting thing, folks, today that a lot of people still don't know quite anything about. We're learning, we're hearing, but do we really understand the timing of this thing? You see, the state of your home economy is more important today than ever before. And if your home economy is not growing, there's no one to look at but us. And I know a lot of folks want to blame the government, COVID, all this stuff. And I mean, there's some interesting things that have taken place, but still, it is our responsibility to move forward, to make things happen, okay? So new ideas can pay your mortgage this week, your car payment, your insurance, take care of your lifestyle, allow us to travel, do the things we really want to do, okay? That's what we're talking about. And so massive leverage system. That's what MLS stands for, massive leverage system. We are breaking the chains of financial scarcity, okay? And folks, Bitcoin is the new gold. In case what's so amazing about Bitcoin, about 9 years ago, a Bitcoin was about a couple of pennies, okay? It was a couple of pennies. Then it went to a few dollars, and then a whole lot of dollars, and a whole lot of dollars, like today, okay? And most people still don't even have a crypto wallet. They're still talking about, I don't know, it go up and down. Well, don't the stock market go? So understand, folks, Bitcoin is gold 2.0 because one Bitcoin could purchase 5 ounces plus of gold, 5 ounces plus. But if you had $1,000, do you understand you could barely purchase a half of 1 ounce of gold? $1,000, okay? And here comes Bitcoin. At one point, you could, purchase 50 Bitcoin with $1. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? We could have purchased 50 Bitcoin with $1 because it was 2 cents. It was 2 cents at one point, right? So the dollar way up here, Bitcoin way down here. Now it's like not even close because one Bitcoin is over $10,000 and the dollar is still $1 and falling. So you got to understand, to accumulate free Bitcoin, and what all the experts are saying, it's not done yet. It's just getting going. Okay. JP Morgan, a few years ago, they weren't on board. They are now. They were saying it was a fraud, scam, blah, blah, right? Not no more. They right in the mix of it. Goldman Sachs, same thing. They wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Now they have hedge funds filled with cryptocurrency. They're telling their investors, if you want to get ahead, if you want to beat inflation, gold and Bitcoin is the way. Okay. So guys, Visa, right? Big old Visa. Guess what they did? They filed a patent, folks, to create a blockchain-based digital currency. Isn't that something? See, the blockchain, folks, that technology is so secure because banks, that's why they're not giving us really nothing no more, because it used to be hot checks. I mean, hot check fraud went crazy at one point, a few years back, right? I mean, absolutely crazy. But they got rid of that deal in a hurry, didn't they? Right? But then now, man, this digital age, it has brought stupid fraud, like crazy. Okay. On one hand, it made everything better. But on the other hand, it just tore stuff up because now the same people creating the software know how to break into it. Okay. So think about it. The blockchain guys ain't breaking into that. Okay. That is secure software. And it's designed that way, folks. And it's designed to get rid of the middleman. We don't need the banks no more. We don't need Visa no more. We can do business now, relationship stuff now, peer-to-peer. We don't need them. That's the thing with crypto. And so even Forbes says Bitcoin could hit 300,000 in the next 5 years, even if institutional adoption doesn't happen. In other words, if the banks and all these major financial institutions don't get involved, because it went to 20,000 without them. It went from a penny, 2 pennies to $20,000 without them, without their approval. So they said, you know what, if you can't beat them, you better join them, right? Absolutely. So understand, folks, Man, Bitcoin now is so readily available. I mean, you could buy real estate with it now. You can purchase vehicles now. I mean, most merchants are starting to accept cryptocurrency. You got ATM machines now that can convert it. I mean, it's just, man, it's crazy. The technology now and the platform now is ready, folks. It's ready. And that's why more people are going that direction. I mean, heck, we have friends who have retired because of cryptocurrency. They are totally done. And so here's the thing. It is the biggest secret on the internet today. MLS Bitcoin Club, no monthly fees in this portion of our opportunity because, folks, the whole point is teaching people how to build real wealth, okay? And so this program is based on the 5 pillars of wealth. Number 1, create cash flow. You got to have cash flow, okay? And rotating hands, when we get to that part, guys, it really focuses on this first pillar, creating cash flow. Number 2, acquiring precious metals, mainly Bitcoin and gold. You could also throw silver in there, okay? It's on the move. When Warren Buffett starts buying a commodity, you ought to pay attention, okay? But if you don't have no money, it don't matter. We just keep watching TV and chilling at the house, right? So infinite banking, right? You're going to learn the principles of infinite banking. Number 4, learning how to trade. And then number 5, acquiring real estate. Acquiring real estate. I like the part about trading because now you putting overalls on your money. You are, making your money that we earn make you more money. Okay. It's kind of like going on, you playing Monopoly, you go past go, you get more money, amidst everything else, excuse me, that's going on. But that's the whole thing. So here's the thing. When you look at the club, there are 10 levels of the MLS Bitcoin Club, okay? And the 10th level, which is actually level 9 because we have the starter level, which is really 1, okay? But the 9th level, folks, it's a cash flow machine. It's a cash flow machine. I did some numbers the other day, and just going from the starter level to level 9, folks, you could generate about 800,000. Did y'all hear what I said? Over and over again in Bitcoin. 800,000, okay? It's like 80 Bitcoin because it's 80,000 plus. Like 80 Bitcoin over and over. How many of us would like to accumulate about 300 Bitcoin in the next couple of years? Okay, well, you're at the right program. So listen, the first level, guys, come in is the starter level. You're going to learn about crypto, the basics about crypto. 101, 102. And then we quickly go up to level 1, extreme credit, okay? We're going to learn the incredible factors about credit, how to increase your credit score, how to leverage your credit and use it to generate cash. Level 2, the introduction to LLCs. Now we're going to put everything into a business, okay? Protect our assets, LLC. All right, you're going to learn about LLCs, the strategy. And then level 3, business credit. Okay, now how to get your business funded. Okay, so now we can start operating, out of the business name versus personal. Level 4, the solo 401k, our retirement account that we control. Level 5, an introduction to HELOCs. A HELOC is an instrument, folks, that will help you pay your house off much faster, more conveniently than a mortgage. Okay. Because a mortgage is usually one-sided and the mortgage company wins. That's why they penalize you if you try to pay your house off early. Isn't that something? Okay. But if you miss 3 payments, they come in to try to put you out your house. So it's just crazy, man. Level 6, all right, introduction to trading, putting your money to work, learning how to put our money to work, okay? So it's one thing to make $2,000. It's another thing to make $2,000 off your $2,000. That's what I'm talking about, okay? All right, and then we're talking about level 7 is infinite banking, learning how to use certain instruments, very user-friendly instruments that we probably already have, but, converting them to the right ones and leveraging them to create assets and cash flow versus debt and bills, okay? And then you have level 8, now offshore accounts, because by the time you get to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th level, folks, you're generating some stupid cash flow, unique cash flow. Let me put it that way, unique. It's unique because the majority of people in this country don't generate that kind of cash flow. They don't. Okay. And so that's powerful. And so then you have level 9. There's no real financial info there yet, but level 9 is really reserved for investors. That's what we're creating at level 9, an investment club. And so, this gentleman has put together something that has real financial education. It's going to teach you real retirement. Okay. And not that, some of you guys are already retired. God bless you. So I'm not knocking that at all, but to add to it to where we're doing the things we want to do. Okay. Wealth plan. If you don't plan, folks, usually we fail, and people don't plan to fail. They just fail to plan. And of course, you got to have the professional development to go along with it, because if you don't bring the professional development with it, you're going to end up in a lot of trouble. Okay. That's just what happens. We see it happen to entertainers, athletes, just immaturity. You have to develop. Okay. So listen, when you look at the MLS Bitcoin Club from the starter level all the way up to level 9, all I can tell you, there's a whole lot of money in there. Okay. There's a bunch of money in these little houses here. Okay. And that's the thing, folks. It looked like, little houses on each level. Okay. And each level is structurally like a 2x3, or a 2x2 matrix. 2 on the first level, 4 on the second level. And as we introduce new members, and as members come in and upgrade to different levels, they fall on your matrix. Okay. And the first level, the A line, folks, you got 2 spots on the A line. They both yield 50%. 50%. Okay. So basically 50% of whatever that level is, you're going to pick that up on the A line twice. So basically 50-50, that's 100. Okay. So when you introduce 2 members, that's what happens. Boom. Whatever level that is, that A line is going to help you get right back, because you're receiving rewards because those members are enrolling on that information level. Okay. And so the club is going to reward you for that introduction. Okay. Now, on the B line, you have 4 spots. The third one is reserved to renew that level over and over again. It creates like a residual effect. Okay. The 4th B spot. But the first 3 will generate 50 or 100%. 50% if someone else referred those people to that spot. 100% if you refer them to that spot. So if you pick up 50-50 on the A line, that's 100, and 100, 100, 100 on the 3 B lines, that's 400%. That's 400%. Or if you don't get anything on the A line because someone else referred those people and they happen to fall into your matrix, but then the same thing happens on your B line, those people bring some folks. Well, guess what? Not only are they going to help you generate 150%, but they also are going to renew that level for you as well. Okay. So at minimum, you pick up 150% to an upwards of 400% over and over and over. Okay. But it's paid in Bitcoin. It's paid in Bitcoin. And it's no problem. You know what I found out? The best way to learn about Bitcoin or anything is to get some of it. Get right in the mix of it. You're going to learn. You see what I'm saying? This is like our first checking account, the first debit card. We learned how to use it right away because we had some money in there. Okay. So it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Once you get some of it, man, you're going to learn all about it. Okay. And that's the best plan to have. All right. So every level, whether we're talking about the starter level, whether we're talking about, level 5, level 7, level 9, they all look like this, except obviously there's more to deal with as far as the cash flow, because from, the starter level, you can generate about 620 over and over, all the way up to level 9, where we're talking about 465,000. Because the starter level is 0.016 in Bitcoin. What is that in dollars? Well, that's a great question. About $170 in fiat, in currency, okay, fiat currency. But when you go to Bitcoin on level 9, we're talking about 12 Bitcoin. Well, how much is that? It's about 130 grand, okay? But see, because you're generating cash flow to the tune of those levels over and over again, guess what? You will have the cash flow. So let me ask you a question. Would you rather get 150% on $170? Or would you rather get 150% on $130,000? But of course, you got to get there. But as you climb, folks, that's exactly what's happening. You're building that type of cash flow, okay? So here's someone who went through one level multiple times. They went through the starter level 7 times, okay? 7 times, folks. Boom, boom, boom. 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 4. Because again, it's a 2x2 force matrix. So 2 on the A line, 4 on the B line, 2 on the A line, 4. And every time, look what's happening over here, folks. They are generating Bitcoin, okay? They're being paid. Every time they go through a complete cycle in the matrix, they're being paid in Bitcoin. And the thing is, you can be paid daily, okay? Look at this person. 4 payments in one day. 4 payments in one day. 2 payments in one day. 2 payments in one day. In other words, it's not like every Friday or every Tuesday. No, it's every day. That's why we say there's no refund, because nothing stays in the club. It's all dispersed out to members. Look at this payment here, $5,000, 5,000 in one payment in Bitcoin. Folks, this is why folks are making, $30, $40, $50, $60,000 in a month in this program. Okay. So, and then looking at this, guys, when you look at logging in, okay, everybody gets a digital system, a back office, okay, so that you can manage your program, your club, your membership. And so when you come apart, guys, this red box it shows how many people have you referred? How many people did you bring to the club? Okay. And folks, that's a great correlation to everything else. It's the correlation to how much you've cash flowed in rewards. It's also a correlation to how many positions you're being paid on. Remember that one person on the starter level, 7 different times, right? So that would be in that 34. So, 34, 7 of those would be part of that 34. So it's powerful, guys. But again, the more people we share this with, and if you're not into sharing with folks, then this is probably not for you. Okay? This is probably not for you. You might ought to go buy you some stock or something and sit on it, see if it go up. Okay? But this is about cash flow, but the cash flow is created through referring other members. Okay? Because it pays out rewards. And the more members you refer, the more rewards you're going to receive. Look at this, 10.22 in Bitcoin. That's 97,000. That's 97 grand, okay? Becoming your own banker. These are sessions that you can plug into, folks, and you're going to be taught, incredible financial strategies, like what type of insurance should I have? What type of insurance policy? Okay, well, here, our CEO gave us an example of how he took, in a short period of time, about a little over a year and a couple of months, this thing was at zero, just a $1.45 million life insurance policy. So, of course, taking care of family if something were to happen. But in the process, he started building the cash value and, of course, was able to take money out. And there's so many strategies there. It's amazing. I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. But again, it all starts with cash flow. It all starts with cash flow. And this little device, okay, it's called a Trezor, and you can store your cryptocurrency on this device. I mean, now you can even take your Bitcoin and purchase other cryptocurrencies that are small price right now. It's kind of like going to the pink sheets on stocks, going to the pink sheets, you're talking about the penny stocks. And so if one of them blow up, you go from 2 cents to $5, you win. People do that. I have friends that do that all the time, right? Every now and then I'll jump out there. It's too slow for me, but anyway, hey, to each his own. You got to do what you got to do. But hey, look at this, guys. You could put millions of dollars in cryptocurrency on this device. Okay, so literally you could be walking around with, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars on your person and no one would even know. You get to a computer, plug that joker in, and boom, you can send your money wherever you need to. And the thing about having your own bank, folks, the fees are so minimal, it's ridiculous. I've seen $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 transferred off of one of these devices for like a few dollars. A few dollars. It's like, what? Are you serious? And I can't even wire $100 to my bank without getting hit for about 25, 30. Okay. So folks, then using credit cards. Now we've probably been taught the wrong way to use credit cards, right? I know I was. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know in college, I got my first card. It was maxed out in less than 30 days. Okay. Cause I bought everything I thought I wanted. And it didn't hit me till that bill hit me. This is like, I got to pay for all this stuff with interest. With interest. I remember an article talking about the credit card debt in the United States. It's through the roof. It was through the roof. Folks, understand these things are tools, and if you use them correctly, they can turn into assets that generate cash flow. And those are strategies we're going to learn. So what are some of your goals or dreams? Folks, that's what's going on. People are setting themselves up to do the things they want to do every day. I mean, you listen to the news where people are being laid off in the thousands. Millions of people filed for unemployment benefits, in this week. So, hey guys, we have a chance to help a lot of our friends, our family, and so on. And so Bill Gates, I think, summed it up best. He said, if you're born poor, it's not your fault, but if you die poor, it is your fault. And that's because of decisions we make. The decisions we make, folks. Some folks decide to work for somebody else their whole life. And then, the retirement is maybe okay. I know some folks who worked and did okay when they retired. But many of them ventured out before retirement. They started doing something on the side in order to increase their cash flow. Because you can't get around it. If all you're doing is paying bills and breaking even, folks, that may look ugly at retirement. 9 out of 10 people end up not looking so good. So we don't want to be, broke or dead at retirement. Okay. Some folks say dead or dead broke, right? No, we want to be on the other side, being able to bless others and leave legacies for our family, our children and our children's children. That's what we've been charged to do. So guys, it is our time to shine. And the best way to help the poor is don't be poor. That's the best way. Go ahead and build wealth because money ranks right up there with oxygen. And I understand, the incredible things of life that are very important, but definitely finance is one of them. So, hey, sleep well. We really appreciate you. Get back with the person that invited you if you're a guest. But most importantly, we want to thank you for your time because I know it's even later on the East Coast. God bless each and every one of you and your families. Make this happen. Okay, everybody, take care and be blessed.
It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are basing $1.20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.